Let's have a look. Let's search. Let's search this up, shall we? Fox, County of Fox. Ah, right, okay. So, somehow they've taken over part of Italy here. We have Lusa, with 2 provinces here. Provence is still 2 provinces. Venice is still at war. He's defending against Thames again. Thames is getting very cocky at the moment. I have a feeling Thames could be taken over by Venice sometime soon. How is Eastern Europe getting along? Flani is still quite big. Perm is still quite big. Kange is very big at the moment. Who is right? You're the liege. He's a holy warrior. He's a heavy infantry leader. He's also combat. Well, he has combat modifiers. Very cool. He's zealous. He's maimed. He's lost a leg. Alte is just formed. Karum has just formed. See, that's the problem with Eastern Europe. A lot of wars happen, and you can lose your provinces quite fucking big. What is going on in India at the moment? Gralior is defending against a couple of people. We'll come back to that later. It's very difficult to see who's attacking each other in India because there's still quite a lot of single provinces. Actually, Thames is 2 provinces big. That's why he's getting a little bit cocky. What is happening in the Greek part of the world? Lycia. Ah. Lycia seems quite big. 1.7k units. Innsbruck. Nothing from Wiltshire yet, from my home county. Interesting. Nothing yet. Nothing from the place I'm living in right now in Dorset. What's going on here then? Right then. Let's see what happens when we put it up to... Yeah, that's okay, I guess. I'll just pause it a lot so we can actually just look around easier. But the reason why it's slowing down quite a bit is due to the fact there's a lot of units going around on the map. But if we speed it up, it should be okay. I've seen it in a lot of like time lapses when people just doing this, like it will lag just because there's a lot of shit on screen. It's not because of my PC, it's just the game pretty much. Meschira. You're quite a big country right now. A lot of countries are forming right now. It's very interesting. Feringa is quite big now. Holy shit, it's very big. Are they actually finally at war? Yes, they are. They are at war. The attackers are Göttingen. And the defenders are Feringa. So right now, Göttingen is trying to take parts of Feringa, but I don't think that's going to work. Unless Göttingen has any kind of allies. I don't think they do. Ireland is at war right now with a lot of countries. Well, especially Ulaid. Ulaid is at war with quite a few countries. And Albany is now growing quite big. Lothain is now small. I believe Ross is now very small as well. It used to be Man, now it's... Oh, no, Man is still in it. Just Man has now been pushed out into the Isle of Man and also part of Ireland. Attacking, yeah. Yeah. Ross is going to fall to Albany's sword, I believe. Anjou has formed with 2 provinces. Hadarid has now had a province form under them called Tabuk. Very interesting. A lot of shit's going on in the Middle East. What's going on in the eastern part of Europe? Falani still there. Perm is still there. Croatia is growing quite big. Austria is now there as well. Interesting. We've seen a few countries, real life countries, actually pop up. In this mega campaign, you won't see a lot of real life countries. You will see real countries form. As I said at the beginning of the session, you won't see countries as it is in today's world. Though a few things can happen though. Spain could form and then Catalonia could become independent, because that's something that's happening actually in the real world right now. Catalonia is wanting to become independent in the real world, and they've been wanting that for ages now. I think quite a few decades. So who knows? Anything can happen. Some real life stuff can happen. Some fictional stuff can happen. It's very interesting. So Ulaid was quite big. Now it's quite small. I've only got 4 provinces. Mumu is still quite big. If I was Mumu, I would take over Midi right here. Take those 2 provinces and form Southern Ireland if I could. Or form Ireland, should I say. What do you need for forming Ireland? You need the whole of Ireland, of course, right? Deirdre. I don't think a lot of the Italian countries are going to like a French country come into their area and just take over a part of their land. Navarra, though, has taken over 2 parts of Aquitaine here. That's quite interesting. We're seeing a lot of not, shall I say, inbreeding, shall I say, of different parts of the region of the world just colliding with each other and forming. Ikiak is at war. He's defending against Iconia. Limsol. That's quite a cool flag, actually. I like that. I really like that flag. I also have a massive thing for the flags that some countries uses as well. It's very interesting. I think the most interesting part is when in Victoria 2, when countries form into communism or fascist, and their flags will change. So like with the Byzantine Empire, they can be obviously just normal, and then all of a sudden they can turn communist and their flag completely changes. It's the same with England as well, you know, like, I don't know if it's republic or whatnot, I'm not quite sure with governments, but when communism comes into play, you have the fucking sickle and the axe, well, sickle and hammer, I think, that's what it is. Navarra has formed into a very prominent state right now, northeast Spain. Barcelona as well is 3 provinces big. Interesting. Toulouse is still quite big. Dijon is still quite big. So as you can see now, we are seeing a lot of countries now in Europe starting to form, or small provinces become slightly bigger. Göttingen is still at war at the moment, and 15% in favour is Göttingen. So Göttingen is winning that war at the moment. Let's pause it very quickly and let's see what's going on in the big world. So just take a look at the world from a bird's eye view from the top of the world. Island has formed, so there's no point in those 2 fighting. They could come down, take over parts of Sweden or the Sweden territory of Norway. What you also got to look out for is, if you're interested in kind of stuff like this, you got to kind of look out for the colours that don't really fit in with the normal colours that the countries have. So as you can see here, like you've got Armagnac here, which is obviously part of France. You've also got just other parts of the world. So as you can see here, if we look down here, we have Constantia here, which is very, very strange. Constantinople, though, it's under attack. It's attacking. Well, he was attacking. Pay tribute. Ah, okay, so some shit's going on. Some tributes have been trying to be made. Let's go back to 4 speed, so we can get some frames back. Saxony is under attack at the moment. They're defending against 3 people. And Saxony is winning that war at the moment. Seville, hey, hello. Seville is not really supposed to be there, but congrats to them to forming some, or taking over some counties in northwest Africa. Hassanid, Gench, Tyrid, big country there. Tabuk, who was, oh no, Tabuk is still there. I thought Tabuk was around here. Let's see, defending against of Chartres, so here, and who is winning at the moment of this war? Oh no, nobody won. Nobody won at all. Ah, York is under attack. And that's just been raided. Still a few single provinces in the Norway-Sweden territories, but I think they should be taken over soon. Island! Hello. What the fuck? So Island actually did come in and take over one. I thought that was going to happen. You know, I had a feeling that Island could come in and take it over, but I have a feeling that Island will be kicked out shortly, because it's a very dumb move on them for doing that. If I was them, I'd probably take over parts of Scotland, maybe. Yeah, maybe do that, or Jesus Christ, like at least try and hit someone as a single province, not actually in the middle. In my second major mega campaign that I did, the Fatisili Papal State, or whatever the hell it was called, the Fatisili, I don't fucking know. For some reason, they wanted to take over parts of Norway, and it was quite interesting to see, because as they took about this amount of Norway/Sweden, or wherever this place is. Oh yeah, Norway. Yeah, I was right. Norway, Sweden. Yeah. Basically, what happened was the papacy went to war again, and because they were losing, they couldn't send out troops to go and take over or go and deal with the revolts that were happening here. And because the revolts were so high, the actual people who revolted actually annexed the papacy from being here and pretty much formed Sweden, which was quite interesting. Oh shit, Man has formed in middle part of Ireland, so Man is still fighting to survive. Albany, though, has now formed in Scotland. Interesting. So now we actually have Scotland involved in the world. So Scotland is now big. We could see Scotland take over England. That is a very common thing that happens as well. Scotland, when it forms, they can take over England, and I've seen them take over this amount of England and then actually, you know, fall apart. I think the hardest part about having this Shattered World mod is that trying to maintain your country without single provinces trying to attack you, because what tends to happen is that a country will form and then single provinces around that country will form an alliance and then attack you, and then the alliance will just fall apart anyway, because everybody gets fucking greedy. Venice is defending against two countries right now. And there was a person called... Let's have a look. Someone the Fat, I think. I think it's gone now. The papacy has been very quiet as of late. I'd like to see him try and be a bit more out there, see what they do. But like I said before, it's very, very interesting to see what different things happen compared to other playthroughs that I've done of this with my mega campaigns. Epirus has formed. I like their flag, that's quite a cool flag. Constantinople! What's going on here? Constantinople. How is wait, is that glitched out? That's Wallachia. Interesting, so Constantinople is apparently formed, but Constantinople's down there. Right. Okay. We'll have to see what happens in the future. That's a very interesting thing to see. Right, so the name of this country has changed yet again. They tend to do that a lot in Crusader Kings 2. The countries will just change their names, which is quite interesting. That's due to the fact of people taking over the throne and changing the name to whatever the hell they want. Man is under attack by Scotland. Interesting. So will Scotland be able to take the last couple of provinces of Man and actually form a proper Scotland? Well, it's not a proper Scotland anyway, because Scotland has now actually moved into northwestern England. We're going to see quite an interesting thing up here, I believe. Yeah, a lot of countries are now forming. Provinces are now taking over provinces, which is very good. It's what I like to see. Nevers is formed. Dijon is quite big. Auvergne is good. Wessex has now come back. Interesting. Navarro is getting big. Barcelona is still quite big. They did have Barcelona here at one point, but I think that became independent. We had oh shit, who was it? Fuck. That country that was here. I forgot what they were called. Fuck. Sorry about that. It's hard to maintain all the information you're getting from this whole entire game, especially when there's so much shit going on. Venice is still quite big. I applaud for their, I applaud for their defending against other people, because honestly they have such a nice border right now. It's very nice. It's probably one of the best borders besides Scotland. I think it's one of the best borders. In this whole entire mega campaign, you will see a lot of border gore as well. I know a lot of people hate border gore, but you will see that a lot. Oh my god! So we actually have the old saying of Sweden, I believe. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. But yes, they have quite a few. He has quite a few tiles in his name. Nidaros, hello, fuck me. Nidaros has actually taken over a lot of fucking Norway, and parts of Norway, southern Norway as well. So shit, we could actually see Nidaros actually come down, and might actually be able to take over Norway and Sweden. Kola has become quite fucking big. Holy god, could form in Finnmark. Still, one provinces in Finland though. That's going to be quite interesting. Thuringia is now, it's growing small. We pretty much have them at this moment. We have East Thuringia and West Thuringia. Interesting to say the least. Saxony is going quite big. Pardon me. Still slightly got a bit of a cold. Give me a sec. Only the last little bits of my cold is now gone, so I'm now a lot more better than I was before. I don't know what's going on here. Constantinople shouldn't be there. Constantia is there. That should be there, but Constantinople shouldn't be there. It is Wallachia, but it's being very strange. Let's go up to 5 speed. Ulaid has now formed into what it used to be again. Man has been completely taken out of the middle of Ireland. Don Porchade. They've changed their name again. Let's have a look at this world from a big bird's eye view. Has Wessex grown bigger? No, it looked like it has grown bigger, but it actually hasn't. Interesting. I found I did. Let's have a look at the ledger whilst we are at it. Ooh, don't want that. So what's going on in the ledger right now? Whilst that is playing, we'll carry on. Actually, you know what we need to do? Game options. Game? Every 5 years? Yeah, no, it's still there. Okay, cool. Well, let's carry on. See the mensa size of the how big people are. Scottish, yeah. Scotland is quite big. Religions, let's see what's going on with religions right now. Buddhist is going quite big. Catholic is going a little bit smaller. I'll tell you what we will do, we will look at the religious map right now. Maphicite still there. Wadderstain, that's a very interesting religion right there. There's a lot of wars going on, as you can see, just fucking loads. I won't be able to keep up with all of them. See the round size though. 30. Venice. Venice is still quite big in their round size. Cultures. There you go. There are the cultures right now. Anglo-Saxon, Scottish, Irish. Economy. Economy is quite good in York right now. Middle East is still quite good with their economy, though Eastern Europe is absolutely poor. Western Europe's not too bad. We still have a few provinces in Eastern Europe, well, I don't know, like middle of Europe, I guess you could call, or Northern Europe. It's still quite poor there, but the Middle East though is quite rich at the moment. Let's head back into the political map. Oh, hello, what is this? Mortain. Let's see. Nidia, Nida, County of Nida. Well, that's fucking strange. County of Nida is managed. They must have a religious marriage of some kind. Managed to take over a part of Normandy here. That's it's quite interesting. Perm is again under attack by a bunch of people right now. As you can see, 2 different colours of the palette are attacking it. Still haven't seen any of the invasions yet of the Mongols or the Aztecs. Venice is under attack, and Venice is winning. Fuck me, Jesus. Venice is winning. Sorry, just moving around in my chair to get comfortable. Would you know it, Scotland is now forming into the Scotland it kind of is. They have Man still here. Man is still just disconnected from each other. Still 3 provinces. Ulaid is still quite big. Westmoreland has actually got 3 provinces. That's interesting. Who we got here? Moodiness. Nothing from Wiltshire yet. Or Wiltshire, as the Americans say. Gottingen and Thuringia still going at it. Actually, no, they're not going at it anymore. They've just been invaded. I think Gottingen could be taken out of the game very soon. Let's speed it up, shall we? We're going to lose some frames, but... Oh wow, Crimea has grown quite big. Perm is fighting off their attackers, which is quite interesting. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll come back to Perm later and see what's going on. Slusk. However you fucking say it. Some weird fucking county names, that's for sure. What's going on in Africa right now? Most of the time you will see these countries form into one, but they haven't in this campaign yet, which is quite interesting. I think the most interesting part we are going to see is the part where we export it into EU4. Yeah, EU4. And that's really when countries really start forming. As you can see, we've got countries forming now, but there's a lot of wars following behind them actually forming. But it's when you come across EU4, it's when countries really start to form. It's quite interesting to see. Though I do want to see in Crusader Kings 2 some of the rare countries form, or even some empires form. I want to see I would like to see the Holy Roman Empire. That would be quite interesting to see. France, it would be quite interesting. Britannia would be quite interesting to see. Scotland could do that. Scotland could be Britannia if it wanted to. The Persian Empire I don't think will form. I don't think these empires in India will form either. Russia would be quite interesting to see, but we're going to have to see on that. Verarxi, I don't know how you say that. Has, yeah, it's getting big. Very, very big. So, what part is this? It's Alania. So we could see Alania form. Let's see. No, we could see Alania form. Yeah, we could see Alania form. We could try that. Let's actually check on the king of V and see what traits he has. He has just. He's cruel. He's ambitious. He's maimed. He's stressed. So he could die. If he dies, I think a lot of provinces will become independent again. Papacy yet again. Papacy or Papacy. It's very quiet still. Countries are fighting in Italy right now. Fox did have this part of Italy, but now that is actually not there anymore, so that's quite interesting. Oh, what's going on here then? Scotland is well, just being raided. Okay. Yep, Perm is holding on. Yeah, Perm is just slightly winning. Nothing too interesting. Hassan is growing quite big. Fagada in India has got quite big. Lohi, or Lohi. Toy just destroying all these names right now. Nidaros is still quite big. Nah. I don't know. Nidaros could take over easily. They could easily take over. I don't think it's going to be quite hard for them to take over. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see. Oh yeah, Bayern is still quite big at the moment. John is still big. Oh, so is this Constantinople? Or is it Wallachia? I'm very fucking confused right now. Very interesting. I have no idea what is going on right now with Wallachia. It is Constantinople. I think it is Constantinople, which is very, very strange. Very odd. They have a tributary to Constantinople. They have claims on Kavuna, Rashka, and Vidin. Interesting. Countries are going to war in India, which is quite interesting to see. Nothing yet. Oh, Timbuktu and Zama are two provinces, but besides that, nothing too big at the moment in the middle of Africa. What's going on in Northern Africa? These four provinces or three provinces were actually in an alliance and they were together, but they've now disbanded. So there's a lot of that happening right now, which is quite interesting. Let's go up to 5 again. Scotland? Okay, some names again completely fucked in this game. Oh shit, Moray's just become independent again. So Scotland, I thought would be so odd. Why are you Scotland? It's a tributary. Okay. So what does that mean? Does that mean they're a vassal maybe? Let's have a look, because I'm very direct vassals. Trade zones, governments, tribal. I'm very confused right now. Who is vassals? Dublin. Abroad. I am very confused right now as to what is going on. Maybe they're a vassal, but they're just not in their colour. Maybe that could be what's going on. I have a feeling that is what's going on. That's why Wallachia is Constantinople. I think maybe it's a vassal of Constantinople, but it's yeah, maybe indeed. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. Or maybe it's my game just glitching out. Something that I don't know, I'm not quite sure. Mysteria is quite big at the moment. Perm has lost quite a few of its oh no. Yeah, Perm has lost a few of its provinces. We had Euphade now in the mix. And Perm is defending against a lot of people right now. And those wars have just died because they're at 0 war score. So that's quite interesting. So Moray has become independent and they're defending against the King of Scotland. But Scotland is winning, so I believe Moray may just become Scotland again. That's the interesting thing about when small little kingdoms or empires form, or is it kingdoms? Yeah, small little kingdoms form. They tend to, if they don't get a hold of their vassals and the people that own their counties inside their kingdom, they tend to go batshit crazy and just start taking over or just become independent. Let's go back to 4. There you go. Kiev, well, Crimea was quite big at one point, but it's now gone back to its normal provinces that it was before at the start. Mumu is at war with Ulaid. Ulaid could form Ireland. The problem that they have is Scotland, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? But I have a feeling Ireland could form, and that'll be quite interesting to see, because I've actually seen Ireland form in my mega campaigns. Yeah, there you go. Scotland has now just formed again, so that short year or two of independence from Moray has now just become destroyed pretty much. It's just not there. Wessex is still in power of Aquitaine right now. Navarra is under attack. Who's winning right now? Navarra is winning against the 3 people that are attacking. Venice is defending against people at the moment. They're still defending against Thames, though Thames has now lost their only county that they had, which was here at one point. That's quite interesting. The papacy is still 3 provinces big. Oh, excuse me, Jesus, a bit unprofessional. Okay, Sweden is under attack from Swedish Revolt League of Independence War. So we're going to see Sweden form maybe from a from an independent revolt. Who knows? Interesting. Heim. It's actually growing quite big now. So as I said before, Heim in this part of Finland, there was only single provinces, but now Heim has finally come together and to form into 3 provinces. Valani is growing quite big. They seem to be having a stable kind of kingdom here right now, which is very interesting. We could see Ulaid become very, very big at this point. Mumu could be annexed out of Ireland and will form into Ulaid or Ireland even. Chester. There's 2 provinces. Any news from Wiltshire at all? Attacking! Hey, hello. So, Wiltshire is attacking Somerset. That is a common thing in modern days nowadays. We always have people from fucking Somerset taking the piss out of Wiltshire people, Wiltshire people. It never ends. Constantinople. So, also known as Wallachia, is still in a bit of a mixed situation right now. Berry, hello. Still a lot of very small countries in France right now, which is quite interesting. Amalfi. There's two provinces, but they're split. No, I thought the papacy was at war at one point, but maybe not. I think I will end it at 9:50 because I am getting a little bit tired actually, so I think I'll end it at 9:50. Yeah, 9:50, and then carry it on later on. I mean, we could also see Lower Pomerane, maybe Lower Lorraine form as well. That's what happened in my second mega campaign. They formed around here and they took over a lot of land in Victoria too. That's for sure. I'm going to be quite interested to see what countries will start to colonize the new world, and also Australia, and then also parts of Africa as well. That would be quite interesting to see. Let's finally keep up to 5 speed and let's get this party started. Of hello perm. Oh no, that's just V. Oh shit, V is growing very fucking big right now. We are seeing V become quite a big thing. Now what could they form out of this? They can't really form a lot of shit, can they? They're just spreading out and they're not really... Who knows? They could become a kingdom. They could become a big country. But is that a good idea though? Who fucking knows? Because they could split into major factions, so who knows yet? Right, so I believe I will end it here for now, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Help a lot. I will be carrying on with this again. Like I said before, though, I am recording this out of the schedule, and I will be putting it into storage until I need to upload it. Or I may upload it, but it may just be privatized until I end up seeing that. What am I going to say? Until I end up seeing that Crusader Kings 2 needs to become into the schedule, or will come into the schedule. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed, comment, subscribe, help a lot, and I'll see you guys later.